Tom here with you this morning for Rural Focus. It's time now to catch up with Steve Martin, the member for the agricultural region with the Liberal Party here in WA. Good morning, Steve.
Good morning, Tom, and good morning to your listeners.
Steve, we're going to talk about a good old chestnut this morning, as you so succinctly put it off air. We're going to be talking about black spot reception areas, or where there's no or very little reception. Now, this has come about because you were recently down around the South Coast area and you got to chat with a few concerned community members about this.
I did, Tom. Obviously, mobile phone reception and lack of internet coverage is well known in regional WA. All of us who live out there deal with it at various times. I was in Munglanup, which is west of Esperance, last week. Met with the local community about some concerns they have in that area, and their service has actually declined in recent times, and it was raised with us that's a real concern. We met with the local community. For example, the FPOS machine won't work in the shop. The school has connectivity issues, and there was a St John's ambulance volunteer there who said that he has heard stories of people who have been injured or hurt in accidents on the farm and on the road who simply can't make a call to get access to the services that people in the metropolitan area take for granted.
Right. Okay. So these are some very, very real case scenarios that they're talking about here.
They are, Tom. For example, if you're fighting a fire, if you're a volunteer ambulance driver, if you're trying to run a business, it was put to us that when the trucks start rolling at harvest time and those truck drivers turn on their CBH apps, which everyone uses now when they're delivering grain, that sucks whatever juice is left in the line out of it for Munglanup, and people can't make a call in town. The service is that poor. And then the alarming thing for those people is that they have had some service, but it seems to have got worse in recent times.
Yeah, that's quite interesting. So was there any actual theories as to why that is? Are there less towers, or is it just demands on the system that they think?
I think it's demand. There is a concern about the switch from 3G to 4G. Phones tend to be searching more, so it's a declining service, and that's a worry. Also a worry is that despite an increase in funding from the federal government, we're hearing whispers that the state government might not have much for us in that budget coming up later this year. We need to see a real contribution from the state government in areas where there are still black spots, and there's plenty of them.
Yes, indeed. So obviously this is something that you'll be raising when Parliament resumes.
I certainly will be, Tom. When I get back to Parliament, I'll be calling on the state Labor government to make a serious contribution to regional West Australians. They're about to announce a very large budget surplus, well over $5 billion, we're hearing. Some of that needs to go to filling in the remaining black spots across regional WA.
Yeah, no, I absolutely agree with that, Steve. I mean, it's just par for the course. If there's people in literally life or death situations, or even just trying to get the local school or the shop to run, they're all very, very real and practical examples of why that needs to be addressed. And it won't be just Munglanup either. There'll be other places, or we know there's definitely other places around WA suffering from those same issues.
Indeed. In fact, the people in Munglanup were very keen to push the cause on behalf of every regional community struggling for adequate service. They're trying to raise the profile of this issue because they realise there are places like Munglanup all over country WA.
Yeah, good stuff. Well, look, I'm really glad you got to catch up with those citizens down there, Steve, and that they were able to share that with you. And I'm really looking forward to hearing more about this when Parliament resumes. And yeah, I mean, reason would say that there will be something happen in this field as we move throughout the year, because it just seems to be good common sense. But yeah, we look forward to seeing that as it develops.
Thanks very much, Tom.